It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the U.S. field hockey player, Sanne Caarls. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional field hockey?
So I started to play field hockey since I was 4 years old, and I never really thought of professional, obviously, at that age. And even when I was younger, it wasn't really my goal to play for a national team. It kind of got there when I turned older, and I started playing for like the youth teams. And around 16 years old, I started to make a new step from the junior teams to the senior teams. And that's actually when I kind of start to feel like, okay, this is really what I want and what I like. And yeah, around 16 years old, I was like, okay, let's get all out of it and see where it's going to bring me. So I think from the age of 16, I started to take it really seriously. Didn't hang out with my friends as much as 16 years old would do, and I put my field hockey up first, and that's kind of how I ended up where I am now.
What was it like, obviously, getting to go to Netherlands and get to play with the club of the HC?
Hockey in the Netherlands is, I think, the best hockey in the world. It's high quality, good trainers, good coaches. What's very nice to learn from. You get a lot of trainings in the week, even when you're younger. Like we train 3 times a week in the youth teams and play games every week. So that's very nice. And yeah, at Bloemendaal in the hoofdklasse, it's amazing because you just play against the best of the best. National team of Holland is obviously pretty good. And yeah, to play against those girls every week it's a challenge, and yeah, it's fun.
How's that like, obviously, getting to play in the Netherlands while representing the U.S.?
It's interesting because both are like my home countries. My dad is Dutch and my mom's American. So I really love to get the club competition here in Holland because it's such a nice level. And then next to that, I can play for America, for the other part of my heart. What's also really special. Not for that long. I started like in January. I had contact with the coach, and I started my first game in last April. So I'm really enjoying that.
What is that like, obviously, getting to play overseas in the Netherlands?
In combination with the States, yeah, it's good to combinate, but it's also pretty hard because all the girls are training in Charlotte and they're all together that much, and I don't see them every week, every day, what makes it a little harder. But yeah, I try to keep in touch online, and whenever we're on trip, I put my social thing on, and I just go into them, get to know them better and better, and make as much time of like take the possibility to get them to know them the time we have. It's not easy, but it's good.
How's it like, obviously, getting to put on that HC orange jersey?
Amazing. I think it's the most beautiful jersey we have here in Holland. Color obviously beautiful, and it's just the club, Bloemendaal. It's such a family club. If you just get like at the clubhouse, it's old, it's real, it's pure. I know it's my second home. I love it, and the people are just so nice. First time I got there, everybody welcomed me, and they really do it together. They have a lot of people who work hard for the club. They don't get paid for it or anything. They just do it because they love it so much.
What are some of your favorite memories while playing for Holland?
Let's see, good one. So me at my own team at Bloemendaal, I think it was actually a couple months ago. We were playing the last competition game, and it was a pretty important one. We had to win. If we had to win with 4-0 against Hockey Club Victoria. If we didn't win, we would play playouts, and we had to like defend our spot in the hoofdklasse. So it was a pretty important one. And the thing is, we never won with 4-0. Like, I don't even think we ever won with 3-0. So this was like, it was a challenge, and everybody was pretty done. You know, it's the end of the season. You just want to get over it and do it. And I just loved how we kind of put all our strength in it, and blood and sweat and everything to win that game. And we did it. And it felt like we were champions. It was amazing.
Of course, playing over in Blue Mondano, what is that like, obviously getting to play and having your family watch you on TV versus obviously seeing you in person play?
My parents actually said, it's like, this is so weird. Sanne, you're on TV. Like, I can't believe it. But I guess they like it more to see me, like to watch me in person, because you could like, I guess if you're just standing on the, like at the field, you can feel everything, and you can just, you know, see and hear everything that's going on. So I guess they prefer that more.
Of course, how has been playing with Blue Mondano helped you in your US time?
I think the things that I learned, like technical on the field, is helping me for Team USA, the experience that you really have on the field there. And yeah, like the level of communication, seeing what you got to do on the field is much higher. So I think that's something that I can bring to Team USA.
Of course, what was that feeling like when you found out that you made the Team USA national team?
Yeah, very cool. So it went a little different in my way. I contacted the coach in January, sent an email, told him I had like a Dutch and an American passport. So I just asked him what were the options, and I just want to like play international because that's my dream. And he was actually, yeah, pretty open. He's like, well, could you send me some videos and everything? So I did that. And then a month later, or 1.5 months later, I got an email that I could join the tour in Amsterdam, actually, to play my debut against Holland. That was pretty weird. But yeah, that moment that I got that email, I was so surprised. I teared up. I'm like, Mom, I finally got an email. I can join that week, and I'm able to play. And this is so amazing. I just couldn't believe it. I loved it.
Of course, what was that feeling like going to Amsterdam and getting to play your first US game?
It had, there were some double feelings because I know the Dutch team pretty well. I know a lot of girls on that team. So yeah, it was pretty interesting to play all against them while I know them so good. And then at the other hand, I just got into a team where I don't know anybody. I just introduced myself at the first, like in the beginning of that week. So there was just so many things going on, getting to know my new teammates, playing in a Wagner Stadium in Amsterdam, what is a really cool stadium. So yeah, that was interesting. A lot of emotions.
Chris, how did it feel to get to put on that Team USA jersey and have the American flag and represent America?
I loved it. As soon as I got my uniform, it just kind of gives you the chills. And when we were like singing the national anthem, it just, yeah, it was amazing. I can't really describe like what the real feeling was, but you can see me smile right now. I think that's like the feeling I got. That's, yeah.
What does a typical game day look like playing for US?
So we start our day in the morning, get some breakfast. It kind of depends on what time we play, obviously, but we get breakfast together, and normally after breakfast we start activation. So we do some stretching, do a little run to activate for the game, and after that probably have another snack or something, have pregame meeting, and it's off to the club. And that normally goes with music in the bus, little dance in the locker room, get ready on the field and play that game.
Of course, what was it like getting to play Team Canada?
So I haven't played against Canada yet because I just joined the team.
What is that feeling going to feel like, obviously, when you get to play against Team Canada?
So for me, probably a little bit different. I have the feeling that like all the Americans, Canada is like a big rival. But because I didn't really grow up with that, because I live in Holland, I've been living in Holland for my whole entire life, I really don't feel it like that way. So for me, it wouldn't be as a different game as all the other games.
Of course, how is it going to feel like, obviously, when Team US gets to play like over in Holland?
I really like it. For me, it's a possibility to kind of show my country. So yeah, I really like it.
How does it feel to have, obviously, US field hockey behind your last name?
Proud, just proud. Yeah, really proud.
What are some of your favorite memories and moments so far playing with the US team?
Let's see. So the win against China was a really big one. That felt really good. Also because we didn't win a game for a long time. So that was really nice. And you could just feel like we were getting better and better and better. So that felt really, yeah, like a good award. And then next to that, just being with the girls and the first time singing the national anthem. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know all the words. I still don't know all the words exactly. But I had my teammate next to me, Peyton, and she would help me out and she would like sing with me really loud and proudly to get me through it and help me to sing the correct words. And that's something that I remember. It's fun.
How is it like, obviously, getting to play against China?
Yeah, really cool because it's such different kind of hockey. We had, or like I joined against when we played like against Holland, and then you have Argentina, you have Spain. It's all very different. And then you have China. I didn't really know much about them. So I like that because you just go in with like blank and just go do your thing. But yeah, it's interesting. They talk a different language, so you hear them talk, and you're like, what are they saying? What are they saying? It's funny.
Of course, what is that feeling like getting to travel the world for US and obviously represent them and going to China and all these countries to play?
Yeah, amazing. You can see like all these different cultures, and I went to Argentina with Team USA. That was something really different for me, new, really loved it. And then I joined when we were playing in Holland and Belgium. Those are still pretty normal for me, close to my home. But it's just cool to like see all these different countries and get the opportunity to represent your country in other countries. It's amazing.
Of course, with playing with US, what is it like, obviously, getting to travel like to Argentina? And obviously, after the game, do you have time to like tour the city of Argentina before you go to the next tournament?
Yeah, not much, but in Argentina we did had a morning off, and let's see, yeah, the morning after the last game we played, we had off, but I had to fly back later that day, so I didn't have that much time. But I took a taxi, went into the city, to a different part of the city, walked around, took pictures, bought some souvenirs. Yeah, so that's very nice.
Is that like, obviously, as a professional athlete, getting to travel around the world and getting to see all these amazing countries?
It's very cool. Like I have some friends who don't even like never been out of Europe or out of, they only saw Holland and Belgium and Germany. That's it. And I just get the opportunity through my sports to see different countries. I guess I'm pretty lucky for that.
Was it like, obviously, getting to play in the HIF Hockey Pro League?
It's cool. It's a lot. Like last 3 weeks we had a lot of games, like I think 8, but it's very nice to play competition, I think, during the year. And you can also see, it's an opportunity for us to like also see where we are at, but also where other teams are at, and like where do we stand if we compare them to ourselves. So I think it's very nice.
What are some of the things that you've learned so far playing professional field hockey?
Ooh, it goes super fast. If you make one small mistake, you gotta run back as hard as you can to, get it right again. And it's also not all about physical, but mentally too, I guess. I can be pretty hard on myself. So if I make one mistake, I can kind of like shut down, but there's really no time or there's no moment to shut down in a game like that. Because if you do, yeah, you're not able to. Like, there's no chance you can do that. So it's a learning process for me the last couple of matches, and I really like it. I think I'm starting to get better in it. But yeah, I think mentally it's different than club hockey or college hockey.
Of course, who are some of the influential people in your career?
So I've been thinking about that, but to be honest, I didn't really have one person that I really looked up at. I was just enjoying the game. I do had Teun de Nooijer as my coach, and when I got him as a coach, I really, yeah, he's really like, how do you say that? Like peaceful, like soft, and he just sees all the details and gives you good tips and that kind of things. And he's like the best field hockey player of the world. So watching him play was something really cool when I was younger, and then him able to be my coach later. That was really cool.
Who are some of the favorite people that you play with for Team USA?
Who's my favorite people? Let's see. I think I have a really good click with Brooke. She's funny. I really like her. And on the field too, she's like a really like a little pit bull. She just goes for it. So yeah, Brooke is a good one. And then Jill, also a lot of fun with. She was my roommate in Argentina. That's also very, really nice. If you're on a tour, you can just connect with people a little bit more because you're staying in the same room. So yeah, I really like that.
What are some of your future plans in the sport of field hockey?
So I really hope that I could still go on with Team USA and qualify for the Olympics. That would be really cool. That really is my dream. Like, I hope we can qualify for 2024 in Paris. That will be awesome. I'm gonna do my best for that. So yeah, let's see where it will bring me.
Of course, as you talk about the 2024 Paris, what are some of the things that you are preparing for now to prepare you for that moment?
So let's see, I think not upcoming October, but next year we have the qualifiers for 2024. So we have a little bit longer than a year. For me, I'll be here in Holland playing for my club, train a lot, of course, trying to be the best at my club, so I can also bring all that back to the national team of USA. And then I guess I'm not really sure what the plans are yet, but I guess we're getting together as soon as that October 2023 comes closer. And yeah, make a plan.
What advice would you give high school athletes looking to play college field hockey?
Advice. To be honest, I'm not really sure. Like, we don't really play through schools, but what I would advise all the kids that here in Holland, if they want to like make a step higher, always look at yourself. So never look at somebody else, never point your finger, keep it towards yourself. That's something that I really learned. You don't have any effect on other people, only on yourself. So do your best every training. Make a plan for yourself. Doesn't have to be a big one, just like a small thing. Okay, I'm gonna receive every ball as best as I can. That's it. And then after training, you'll see if it went good or not. If it didn't, move on to the next one. If it does, good. Make a new goal for yourself.
What advice would you give players such as yourself that are playing for a national team and looking to play for the Olympic level?
I would probably follow my own advice that I just told to do for like the younger kids or boys and girls. Keep working hard, and not only if you're on the field, also if you're off the field. Every hour of the day has effect on getting to the Olympics. Live like a professional, eat good, sleep good, work out. Yeah.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
On social media, Instagram. Yeah, that's what I use.
Thank you again, Sinclair Carlos, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with the U.S. field hockey.
Thank you so much.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Sinclair, for your interview, and best of luck in your future.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.